gals, it's Mr. Steve, and it's time for the Big Idea video. This week, our big idea says, spending time with God increases our faith. This is a really cool big idea, and I can't wait for our Bible lesson that we're going to get into in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I wanted us to play a little game that we could do together that will help us recognize what this big idea is all about. And it's a way for us to connect something fun to something that is in the Bible that's true and that's helpful for our life. Okay, we're going to play a game called Sink or Float. Okay, check it out. Follow me. We're going to go right here. And as you can see here on the counter in front of me, here in the Big Idea Laboratory, we've got a pail of water. It's a plastic container full of water, and here on my right, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in this red container that we're going to determine if it will sink or if it will float. I tell you what, let's get it started, and we'll start with an easy one. How about, okay? How about this? What do we have here? This is just your normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill popsicle stick. What do you think? Will it sink or will it float? Tell me, what do you think? Sink or float? Let's find out. Here it goes. Looks like it's floating. Probably. All right, it floated. That's the first thing. Okay, cool. You want to try it again? Let's pick another one. Oh, let's get something that might float. Looks like it should float maybe. It's a little wooden block with the letter A on it. It also has the letter O. Do you think this will float? Do you think it'll sink? Or do you think it'll float? Let's put it in and find out. Here we go. Whoa, it sunk there just for a minute, but look, it's floating. It didn't sink, it's floating. All right, oh man, we need to get something that will sink. I wonder if we can find something. What about this pretzel stick? Now, a nice round pretzel rod is good to eat, but we do need to know, will it sink or will it float? What do you think it'll do? Sink or float? Okay, let's find out. Here we go. Splash. Looks like we've got another thing floating. How many of you out there said that you thought that would float? Yeah, all right, there's a lot of you. Your kids are so smart. All right, how about we try something new? How about this guy? It's an action figure. He's ready to go for a swim. Swim, 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 swim. Yeah, he wants to go into the pool. But the question we need to answer is, will he sink or will he float? What do you think? Here we go. I'm going for a swim now. See you later. Let's put him in, find out. Dun, 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 dun. In the water. Well, he is kind of floating, although he went to the bottom first. He's floating. Wow, that's incredible. I love this game. Ooh, here's something big that we could use at dinner time. It's a big, giant salad fork. Have you ever used a fork this big to eat your salad? Yeah, well, it's made of plastic. And you know, plastic things usually float. So let's find out what happens with this. Ready? Here we go. Whoa, that sunk straight to the bottom. And not only did it sink to the bottom, check out the action figure. Where's he? He's on the bottom too. Oh, here we go. Let's do another one. What do you say? We got two marbles. These marbles, not quite sure what they're made of. Do you think they'll sink or do you think they'll float? Let's find out. Here we go. Whoa, they sank just like rocks. They're at the very bottom. So far we got three things that have floated, three things that have sunk, and many of you have correctly guessed what each one of them would do. Wow. Well, I got one more. It's a little tiny car. It's a little white car. Let's find out if this car will sink or float. Oh, straight to the bottom of the ocean. That was fun. And you know what? I would imagine that as we played the game Sink or Float, that you became more and more confident with your guesses the longer the game went along. And you know, that really reminds me of our big idea today. The big idea says that spending time with God increases our faith. Now, we're going to hear a story today, a true story from the Bible about Peter. And Peter had kind of a real life sink or float game that he participated in. And he had to use his faith in God to help him make it through. So let's get those Bibles out and let's open them up and let's find out what his word says to us today about this big idea.